Can you imagine living in a horse stall or in a tiny one-room house with your whole family behind a barbed wire fence with armed guards standing over you? Probably not. That's hard to imagine. Except that's exactly what happened to the famous actor George Takei and tons of kids like him. If you don't know who George Takei is, go ask your parents right now, because his story is a big part of American history. In his graphic novel memoir, They Called Us Enemy, Takei talks all about being a kid growing up in a Japanese internment camp. And yes, I do hear the questions. What is a Japanese internment camp? So let's start at the very beginning. In the 1940s, during World War II, the Japanese government bombed one of the US military bases on Hawaii called Pearl Harbor. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, tons of US citizens became extremely paranoid that Japanese spies lived among them, and this paranoia grew into fear and racial prejudice, and eventually the government decided to lock away all Japanese people living in the US, even US citizens. So all these citizens got locked up and put in camps behind barbed wire fences with very little food, and this includes kids, including George Takei. His parents worked super hard to protect Takei and his brother and sister from the harsh reality of what was going on around them. So from a kid's perspective, Takei thought nothing was wrong, and he had a lot of funny moments with his brother and sister. But now as an adult, he's able to look back and realize what was really happening, and socially, politically, a lot of things were going on. But if you like US history and would like to learn more about George Takei's story and find out how he left the internment camp, I highly recommend checking out this awesome graphic novel, They Called Us Enemy, and put it on your summer reading list.